Students, myself Amit Upadhyay, and again I'm back with your favorite subject English. So in our last class we were dealing with the question answers of the lesson in the bazaars of Hyderabad. So now we have already gone through the two questions and now it's time to go for the third one. The third question says that pick out the words, phrases that describe the grandeur of the market. Pick out the words, phrases that describe the grandeur of the market. So it is asking that pick out the words, phrases that describe the grandeur of the market. It says that we should pick out the words and phrases which tells the greatness of the Hyderabad market. So here it says that richly your wares are displayed. So the first line, that richly your wares are displayed, this tells that how beautiful the Hyderabad bazaar looks. Then it tells that there are so many merchants, vendors, maidens, peddlers, goldsmiths and fruitmen, flower girls are there in the market, and they have so many things which are available for the people to buy. Almost everything you can get, from the most beautiful ornaments like wristlets, anklets and rings, and the girdles for the dancers. You will get the most rich grains that are nothing but the saffron, lentil and the rice. So these tell the greatness of the market. Next it says that what impression do you form of the market? What impression do you form of the market? So the market is very wonderful and it is very attracting. We see various kinds of merchants, peddlers and maidens and goldsmiths. They have different things available for sale and they have their unique qualities. They are very beautiful and they are very eye-catching. So the Hyderabad bazaar has a lot of varieties and it is a very versatile market. So this type of impression we are having about Hyderabad market. next one we have is, when you happen to visit the bazaars of Hyderabad, what things from the poem come to your mind? When you happen to visit the bazaar of Hyderabad, what things from the poem come to your mind? So, whenever we visit Hyderabad Bazaar, being a kid, you want to purchase some nice toys that peddlers sell. So as you know that the peddlers are having some nice chessmans and ivory dice with them. So definitely being a kid, you would like to purchase those toys. And this will come into your mind that I will visit the peddlers and I will purchase some good chessman and ivory dices from the peddlers. And you will also like to purchase some of the cloth that the merchants are selling, especially the girls who would like to wear tunics, and they will be attracted towards them while they see the rich tunics made up of purple brocade. So these things will come to our mind when we visit the bazaars of Hyderabad. Now we will see so with this we have finished the second part of our unit 2, and now we will be going through the third part of the unit. So what is the third part of our unit? That is part C, Bammara Potanna, the jewel of Telugu literature. The jewel of Telugu literature. Right. So here we are going through the part C. Since this unit is very fruitful and it tells about the various aspects from our beautiful state Telangana. Now, till now we have seen the beautiful bazaars of Hyderabad, and we have seen the different cultural aspects, different festivals, and different handicraft culture and art and craft of Hyderabad in the first and second part of the unit. Now we will be looking at the great poet and the Bhakta Ramdas, whose original name is Bammara Potanna. He has contributed through his writing. He is a great Ram Bhakt, and he has dedicated all his poems to Lord Rama. So let us cherish our moment with the story of Bamara Potanna, the jewel of Telugu literature. So I will read the first paragraph, and it goes like this. Bamara Potanna was the remarkable poet who was born in our state. He translated Bhagavatam into Telugu. He was born in Bamara village of Warangal district. He belonged to an agricultural family. His father was Kesana and his mother was Lakshmamma. He never hesitated to work in the agricultural field despite his interest in poetry. So now, Bamara Potanna, he was a remarkable poet, means he was a well-known poet in history of Telangana. And he translated the Bhagavatam, the Bhagavad Gita, which is an extract of the great book Mahabharata. So he has translated Bhagavatam into the Telugu language. Now, he was born in Bamera village in Warangal district. So there is a village, Bamera. So from his name only you can decide that he belonged to the village Bamera. That's why it is being added to his name, Potanna. His name was Potanna, but he was born in Bamera, so that's why he was being called as Bamera Potanna. So he was born in Warangal district, and he belonged to an agricultural family. His father was a Kesanna. So what was the name of his father? Kesanna. And mother Lakshmamma. So these were the father and mother of Potanna, and he belonged to the Kisan family. So they were the farmers. So although he loved the poetry, he loved to write poems in Telugu, but still he never hesitated to do agriculture, to do farming. So he used to help his mother and father in the course of agriculture. Now, in the second stanza, they say that at the early age, Potanna wrote Bhogini Dandakamu for King Sri Singha Bhupala. So, what was his creation? Bhogini Dandakamu. Bhogini Dandakamu. It was his creation. And on the dynasty of whose he has written? He has written for the king Sri Singha Bhupala. Sri Singha Bhupala. He was the king. So, now, later he wrote Veerbhadra Vijayamu, describing the adventures of Veerbhadra, the son of Lord Shiva. Later on, he has written the story of Veerbhadra. So, how he was victorious and how he had the various adventure he had in his life. Who was Veerbhadra? Veerbhadra was the son of Lord Shiva. So, he has written the book Veerbhadra Vijayamu. Next, he says that the main theme of the work was the destruction of the yagna performed by the king Daksha in the absence of Lord Shiva. So, this story Veerbhadra Vijayamu contains the story of the Veerbhadra when he destroyed the Yagna Kund of Daksh when he was not when the Daksh Prajapati, who was the father of Sati, who is the wife of Lord Shiva. So when Daksh was doing a Yagna Karyakram, he did not like Lord Shiva. So that is why he did not invite Lord Shiva into that program. So his Rudravataram, Veerbhadra, has destroyed the Agni Kund and Yagya Kund at that time. So this is the story of Veerbhadra. Next he says that Potanna was a devotee of Lord Shiva. So his deity was Lord Shiva and he was a great bhakt of Lord Shiva. Later he became a devotee of Lord Rama and developed interest in salvation. So here earlier he used to be the bhakt of Lord Shiva, but later on he has become bhakt of Lord Rama and now he started believing to the salvation. That is, he thought that he is only the savior. Now here it is said that he was invoked by Lord Rama and took up work of translating